The Edina Human Rights and Relations Commission honored a group of residents with the Tom Oy Human Rights Award earlier this month. It's the highest distinction presented by the commission, named for an early and longtime member of the group, and recognizing work that advances human rights and equity. Edina TV brings us more about this year's winners and their work to bring together voices of all ages.
The killing of George Floyd in May prompted protests and events across the nation.
But this right here, this is us showing that we support the movement.
In Edina, members of the Black Student Union and other local artists sought to bring the conversation to their town. They painted messages of inclusion, calls for racial justice, and portraits of a man who died under the knee of a police officer.
Living in Edina, we're like super sheltered, and we have, the option to kind of ignore what's happening since it's not happening near us or in our city. So we're definitely trying to spread the information, kind of let everyone know what's happening.
Community volunteer Rebecca Sorensen saw the work the Black Student Union was already doing and asked if they could work together on the project they called Seeds of Change.
It just felt like we see these efforts in Minneapolis and we drive over to Edina and it was pretty quiet. There really wasn't that much happening in Edina.
The Tom Oy Award is among the highest honors given to an Edina resident.
In early December, the Human Rights and Relations Commission presented both women with the Tom Oy Award for promoting human relations and advancing human rights.
I'm very grateful. I'm very happy. It's nice to know that there are people here who care about the matter at hand, who want to see change, who want to see different things happening.
To know that we recognize humanitarian work in this community is just another reason to love Edina. And I was really just blown away when I saw past recipients who have achieved this award, the great works that they've done in our community and in the world.
The Tom Oy Award is named for one of its early members, a second-generation Japanese American who joined the Army during World War II. At the same time, Americans of Japanese descent were being forcefully moved to isolated camps.
He joined the Army, then was a veteran, of course. I believe he went to law school and graduated, eventually ended up at General Mills here in Edina, and just really took what I could imagine being the worst situation, which could make you a bitter person your entire life, and went the exact opposite way and became an advocate for human rights.
Vice Chair Michael Epstein says this year's recipients were able to turn something negative into something positive.
I have found that the George Floyd murder, it's unbearable and one of the worst things, of course, any of us has ever seen. But at least we're getting some good to come out of this, and for people to be so educated. And in a city like Edina, which does so many things right, this was certainly an area where we all could improve in. And I think that's been thrust into the forefront now.
Etta Benrow says she is inspired by Tom Oy's accomplishments and plans to continue helping others.
So knowing that I could accomplish something so big with the help from people around me, when I know further on in life when I have more resources to do even more, I really want to help people and just kind of change the way that minorities are treated in the USA.
Artwork that brought awareness to the issue of racial injustice by two women devoted to human rights. I'm Dan Carpenter for Edina TV.
Plans are in the work to display the Seeds of Change artwork at the state capitol. The pieces will ultimately be returned to the artists.